Hello Libra, this is going to be your September new moon reading for September 28th. I'm going to get one of these cards here to just get, just a basic energy of what you might be experiencing, and that'll help really direct this tarot reading for you. Hope you all have been having a good September so far. I will be posting the October readings hopefully next weekend. That's my schedule planning, so they should be up right in time for this new month to start. And to all of you Libras that are having birthdays in September, happy birthday to you from Dragonfly Wisdom. All right, it looks like you are going to have flexibility and options around the new moon. So that is really cool. This is also an urge to remain flexible in times where you're being faced with some inflexibility, okay? So being flexible is going to be something you're going to want to really focus on around this new moon time. So let's get some tarot cards and we'll see what's going on for you guys. Now, I did post a video presenting a sweepstakes that I have started, a little bit of a tarot card giveaway. Actually, it's a whole deck. So if you want information on that, at the end of this video, I'm going to link one of those little videos, and you can definitely sign up and see if you can win the deck. I have one deck to give away, and it's brand new. I'm pretty excited about it. I actually didn't mean to purchase it, but I ended up with two of them in my Amazon cart, so I figured I'd just give the other one away. Okay, you have the Star, Seven of Wands, Five of Cups, Hanged Man, and Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Leo actually got a lot of these cards. So if you have any Leo in your chart, definitely go check that out. So it looks like right off the bat that you are definitely going through some pretty big changes, and there is going to be need for flexibility. So let's look at this. You have received the Star as your first card. Now, this is a major arcana, and it is definitely a healing card. It's a healing and wish card. So, just like when you wish upon a lucky star, that's kind of like the same energy that's coming out of this card, but it's also just that immense healing. This always shows up after the Tower in the tarot deck, and it's because when our tower has collapsed and everything's falling apart, we are brought back to the realization that we need to heal some things that have been lost and to recognize that we're being guided. We're being guided by the Star, and a lot of the time divine timing, such as Tower moments, can definitely shake our world. So it's a moment to really check in. Check in with heart, check in with head. Remember that you're being guided throughout whatever it is you're going through, okay? This is a big deal for you, Libra, with your solar year return coming, to recognize the flexibility in healing, okay? Now you have the Seven of Wands coming up, and this is always a defensive stance. So you could be defending your position, you could be defending somebody in your life, you could be just defending your entire experience, okay? Maybe you've made a new decision and the support systems in your life are not really thrilled about it, so they're coming at you with all of this, and you're standing there firm. This is feet planted, definitely not budging on this. Now, this could be where you're being guided to be a little bit more flexible in your defensive stance. However, a lot of times when we get this card, it's because we're trying to figure out our path, okay? And what's worth it? Is it worth defending? That's a big question here. Is whatever it is you're defending even worth defending anymore? Does it even line up with your values anymore? Is it even a part of who you are anymore? As we grow and change, things change. The way we feel changes. The perceptions that we have change due to experiences, right? So this is really a question of what are you defending and why are you still defending it? Should there be more healing? I think that these two cards are really just kind of playing off of each other to recognize that, yeah, you do have a position to defend, but really at some point there is an option for compromise. The card after this would be the 8, which is that strength, that inner strength. So keep that in mind as you're going around this new moon, because it looks like you're going to be recognizing that a lot of the options you have right now are not really what you want. So in this card, the figure is definitely looking at these 3 cups and not thrilled. Not thrilled about the options, not really wanting to settle with one of them, because this is the one that this figure wants. This beautiful one. This one's the best one. This one is unlike these. And he doesn't even see this because he's just too busy being disappointed about the options. So this card is really suggesting that you kind of take a moment to look around. Maybe the cup that you want, the happiness and the joy and all of those emotions and feelings are right within reach. It looks like he could just reach his hand out and grab it. So this is another, that's that flexibility, recognizing that these aren't your only options. Okay, recognizing that there is another option and what you want is near and it's within reach. You don't have to choose these options. Okay, the 4 is always something to realize. You realize that you don't want what's in front of you. You realize what you do want, so hang on to that. Keep that defensive stance on what you want. Right? But if it comes down to, a compromise, that's where we're being urged to be flexible. If there's a compromise to be had, definitely check it out. It could be the answer. Because there is a shift in perspective. When we get the Hanged Man, which is a major arcana, so it's going to be a definitely much bigger, heavier energy, this is signifying that you have gone into yourself and taken a moment to really download and get some new information. Look at something differently. Look at a person differently. Look at an experience in a situation in a different view. So he's upside down by choice. He's choosing to get a different perspective. Okay, and when we get a different perspective, that can shift our entire world, right? When we once thought and held on to a certain truth and then realized that that truth no longer belongs to us, that can change a lot of things in our lives. So as you're, entering your solar year, Libra, recognize, what do you want for this year? Are you settling? Are you being too defensive? Where's the healing? And it looks like you're recognizing it with a perspective shift and a perception shift. Now you have recognized that something new has started in your life, Libra. Now that can be something with work, that can be with a relationship, that could be a creative project, anything that brings you stability in your life. So when we get coins energy, that's always that slow, earth-moving energy, and it's solid. It's definitely solid. It's in the physical world. So this knight is making action towards something that's going to be stable. He knows it's stable. This coin he's holding is important, okay, to him. And that's kind of what you have going on with you right now, Libra. It looks like you know that you've embarked onto something. You've embarked onto a new experience, a new situation, something that means something to you around stability. So that could be like a new job, a new relationship, a new creative project that's going to bring the money and the stability. Something has begun for you and you have started to take off on it. Now, what I didn't do, and I forgot, I apologize, is to look at the bottom of the deck. That is going to be your underlying energy for all these cards. And you got the King of Cups. Yep, I was going to say, it looks like you definitely are coming from a place of feeling. Now, the King of Cups recognizes that he has immense emotions, okay? This cup is what drives him. However, it doesn't rule him, okay? It is something he considers. His feelings are always in the forefront. However, he's always going to maintain balance because that's how you rule your kingdom, is through balance in everything. It's that yin and yang, okay? So when we have the King of Cups coming up, it's to recognize that, yes, you do have feelings and they are deep. They come from a very deep place. However, there is still the head. The head and the crown is always still ruling. So when you're going through these experiences and trying to be flexible, the suggestion is that check your emotions, but don't let them rule you. Especially in this defensiveness and where you feel like you're not getting the right options, really check with your feelings. If your feelings are feeling negative and not in the joyful happiness, abundance feeling, then that's definitely not the choice you want, right? Your body gives you feelings as kind of a symptom checker. Is this the way I want to go? Do I want to be defensive about this? If being defensive and maintaining something doesn't feel good, you're not on the right path. If choosing one of these cups here in front of you doesn't feel good, that's because you have another cup that's for you. And you know that. Your inner knowing knows that. And you're being guided. So let's get some tarot cards to clarify some of these. This is a really good reading. I feel like, with you having your return coming up, it's almost like you are recognizing that there's a lot of changes up ahead. And that star card and the hanged man card are definitely indicators of some pretty big shifts in the mind and healing, lots of healing. So you may be healing an entire year of stuff. And a lot of us had quite a rough year so far. All right, yep, the moon coming up. That's that intuition. Trusting that you know. Trusting that you know what is best for you and what's going to bring you that ultimate joy, So let's see what we get here for you guys. Okay, so the clarifiers definitely put this into a much more easily read situation. From what I can see is it looks like you almost are not wanting to move forward or heal because of maybe a fear. Maybe you don't know what's up ahead and things have changed so much that you just really don't know how to feel about all of the changes. And with flexible coming up with the moon right near it, that is definitely saying that you need to trust. You need to trust that you're being guided. This star is the guidance, okay? The moon is the guidance. If you're in this water and the water's rushing and trying to push you this way and you're just hanging on to the shore, not letting go, that's resistance. And when we're resisting life, we're not choosing to live it. We're not choosing to engage. So you may need to let go of the shore. Release, okay? Trust that you're being guided. Wherever it is that you're heading, dear Libra, you have guidance and you have that healing. You have that star, okay? It's almost like that guardian angel is there watching you. And the moon always signifies you have to trust your intuition. You have to go inside. You already know the answers. They're all inside. You just have to listen. And being defensive, this may be due to some kind of choice you've had to make or choice that you wanted to make. Because whenever we get the twos, that's a choice. However, in this particular one, these two people each have one cup, which would be the Ace of Cups. It starts with us. The two signifies that they're choosing to feel a different way or they're choosing to come together. Now, this doesn't have to be a relationship for every single Libra out there watching. However, it could be. This defensiveness and standing your ground could be around a relationship that you've chosen to engage in and you feel like you have to defend it in some way. This could also be a situation where you've chosen to go into a different position in your employment because it feels better. The options are better. The decision to hire you and the decision for you to engage in the work and be the employee, that could be this too. It's always a decision, but it's always a decision around our emotions. So whatever this decision is, it feels good. This is something you're doing because you want to. So this defensiveness that's happening here, it's because it's around something you really feel passionate about and you feel a lot of heart around. Now with the options, looks like you've had your nose to the grindstone. You've been really busy working. Now maybe you've been working on your dream and wondering why it hasn't come for you. Where is this? I've been doing all the manifesting and gratitude and really living my life to the fullest, but it hasn't come through yet. Where is my cup? I've been working so hard. And like I had told you, strength. Number 8 is strength. Whenever we get the strength card, that's to remind us that we do have that strength to be determined and to see things through and to really recognize why we began in the first place. So this 8 is here to remind you that you do have strength, you do have goals, you do have this one cup that's waiting for you. You just need to continue moving forward. And it's going to take time. Maybe that cup isn't going to appear right away because we have a lot of pentacle energy, and pentacles is slow moving. Okay, it really feels like you have a lot of earth and water energy going right now, and that can get really muddy. You know what I mean? So you have to really keep that balance and be flexible in the muddy moments. It always comes back to this flexibility and recognizing that your emotions don't rule you. And with your change in perspective, rather, we have this Knight of Rods showing up with it, and that shows that you're going to get this download and this information, and you're going to be set off onto a new mission, new idea, new plan. You're just, it's almost like this light around his head is like this download that he gets. And once he's been given this new information, he's off. Okay, the Knight of Rods is always going to follow his passion, but he's always going to have action. He's going to go get what he wants. He's not afraid of it. He's not really going to think too much on the plan like the Knight of Coins would, and he's really not going to think too much about the emotion around it like the Knight of Cups. Okay, and the Knight of Swords is way fast and all mental, no heart. So this guy is being driven by heart and action. Okay, not so much the feeling and emotion, but more of the power. Okay, that really amazing feeling. So maybe when you get this huge download and this perspective shift, Libra, you're going to be off on a new thing. You're going to be off onto something that really excites you, and it's fun. And that could be a lot of different things. Like I said, this doesn't have to be just one thing. This is going to be different for every single Libra out there experiencing, because we all live different lives. Now, with this slow moving energy, right, you're getting the information and you're off. It's that choice. It's almost like you've been faced with a choice and you really don't know how to proceed forward. And with this flexible coming in and this option not working and defensiveness and a choice here, it feels like this choice has really kind of rocked your world. Okay? Now, in this, she's holding two swords. Those are two different truths. Now, we can't have two different truths. That's contradiction, right? We can't believe in something that totally disregards something else and still believe in it. It's kind of like you can't, that's a dilemma. There's two contradictions here. You can't have these two truths. You've downloaded this information. This is this information. This is your old information. They don't fit together anymore. You're going to have to choose a sword. Now, why is she blindfolded? And why is the moon there? Because it's signifying that you can choose the perfect sword for you by just listening to intuition. That comes back to this moon. The moon's there to remind you that you need to trust your inner self, your inner guidance. You don't need to have your eyes unblinded in order to choose, because you're going to feel. This isn't a seeing moment, right? You're going to feel which sword is right. You don't need your eyes for feeling. So definitely a big indicator that there's some changes going on due to, a perception shift, and really recognizing that the path you've been on may need some flexibility. It just feels like there's some flexibility that needs to come forward with these decisions. These aren't going to be hard yes, hard no, or firm on anything. There's going to be that flexibility, and definitely making sure that you don't let your emotions override everything, because the emotions can cause that fear that makes you not let go of the shore, and that fear can make you just hold on to these two swords forever and never really make a choice. But you do have one truth to move forward with. So definitely do that with your solar year coming up, guys. It's really important to take stock of what you've done, where you've been. What do you want? That's really important. That's always a driving force. What do you want, Libra? So thank you again so much for watching. If you haven't already, please, please, please subscribe, like the video, comment. I love to comment back. And if you hit the bell button, you will get all the notifications for when I post again. I should be having the October ones rolling out soon. So thank you, and definitely check out the sweepstakes if you want a free tarot deck. I mean, that's a pretty cool deal, right? Take it easy, guys. Thanks.